If I don't ask, what about asking to come? At least that shows to me that you want to be here with me too, you know, in that
Well,
sense.
when I've gone, I haven't had your attention. It hasn't been a shared thing. I still feel like you're not really there with me, so I felt like, what's the point?
And now what we have now is knowledge. Right? We have what was, so we move forward from this place.
I'm not talking about you physically being right beside me. I'm talking about you being present, in the moment, not on the phone, not thinking about the game or work or... I'm just talking about...
Okay, but it's always the phone, it's always the game, it's always the sports,
yes,
it's always the hiking, it's always with the guys.
This is good, because we're getting these things out. If you are attacking him and you're attacking her, there is nothing we can do. There's no solution here. You have to come from a place of, what can I do in this relationship?
It seems that we're putting somebody else first, but you're actually addressing your own needs. What do I require for happiness?
Yeah.
And then from that place, you can give to another human being. What are the challenges you guys are finding in your relationship?
We might be sleeping on this rock.
Go ahead.
Not enough fun, not enough excitement, not enough time together. I'm pulling too much weight around the house, for sure. You can't shake your head to that one.
To be frank, probably she's not the same person that I married.
Bryce opens up about his feelings in the relationship. When we come back, we'll see how Candace reacts to this information.
To be frank, probably she's not the same person that I married. She's a homebody. She never goes out. She goes out with her friends, but she's just always at home. It's always, I'm at home. It's, I think I hear more complaining and more negativity.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I don't know. Because we don't spend enough time together.
That's interesting. You both said we don't spend enough time together. You both have the same desire. That's an insight right there. That's easily rectified if you guys can actually listen to each other.
Do you? Do you want to spend more time with me? No, I'm asking. Like, do you want that?
What do you think? No?
I don't know.
You don't know. To ask somebody if you want to spend time with somebody, that's kind of unfair because that's a lot of pressure to answer, especially in front of all this. It just makes me want to get up and walk away.
Okay.
But maybe, and that's it, you know, and why do I spend time with my friends? Because I don't have to falter to the pressure of always having to be the guy, always bringing happiness into the place. That's a lot to ask for somebody.
What was your guys' social life like when you were first dating? And when did that begin to change?
We went out for dinner a lot. I think we spent a lot of time with friends and groups.
Yeah, what happened to that?
My focus became more with work, so with work it was more with the people I worked with and going out with them. And so the friends were there, but on the weekends, but, you know, I don't know. I guess that was my part in it.
Mm-hmm. And Candace, how about yourself?
Well, I remember the beach. We'd go to the beach regularly, like at night, and sometimes with wine in a thermos, or... Yeah, that was one of my kind of favorite things we used to do. Yeah, and I don't remember when we did that last.
It's been a while.
Why do you think it's changed?
He got busy and I sort of gave up trying to ask for time. I felt like it started to be a favor he was doing. I got frustrated. I wanted you to take a turn and initiate.
Yeah, what she said.
One thing that we notice a lot in talking with couples is that there are assumptions continuously being made by both parties. Those assumptions are from a place of blame generally. Well, he always does this, she always does that. I mean, we've seen that over and over today, haven't we? Right? And we call that the story, you know, creating the story about the other person. So looking at yourself, how do you feed into that? What can you do without expectation from them to rectify that situation?
I think I gotta stop. I mean, I have to admit, like, I gotta stop nagging. I think I've become, in my frustration, I think I've become more negative. My worry is just that I'll try, I'll get excited, I'll start new, and I'll make an effort and be disappointed again.
But
That's
you
the
can't,
assumption. That's the story.
you can't, that,
Right?
there we go, right there.
That's the story based on old assumptions.
Give me a chance.
Yep, you gotta give him a chance, and you've gotta give her a chance.
Give yourself a chance.
Exactly.
Okay?
You allow it to work for yourself.
There we go.
Your commitment to the relationship and to this new pattern all by yourself for the greater good.
Yeah.
That's your responsibility, and that's your responsibility.
Woo! You did it, guys.
That's great.
All right. I want to see a high five from all of you. Come on, doll. Bam. Woo!
Bazoom.
Honey,
Great.
give me one. All right.
We made it to the top and back without incident. A few little bumps along the way, but we managed not to get mauled by any bears. We worked together, and I think Bryce earned this. There you are.
So today they are going to be kayaking together in the same kayak, which is exactly what we want. We want them in the same kayak, working together. They have to deal with each other. They've got to communicate together, and that just goes straight over to the relationship.
And in addition to that, one of the reasons we chose this activity is because it's a lot of fun, and they get to partake in this beautiful view in this beautiful city while doing something together. A lot of times people get bogged down in the minutiae and the day-to-day chores of life, and they forget what that beginning period was like in their relationship. They had a lot of fun, everything was carefree, and they enjoyed each other's company. So we want to remind them of that.
Okay, guys, here we are. This beautiful day outside, and we're going to go kayaking. So I hope you're excited and ready for that.
This is our choice for you guys because you guys get to work together. You're in the same kayak.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's great exercise, great core work. So you guys are going to be practicing the things you've learned together over the last couple of days, listening to each other, a little give and take, having some fun, appreciating each other, working together.
Remember, couples that play together stay together. Hands in, guys.
Boom.
And ready, let's go.
Candace and Bryce still have many unresolved issues to deal with. When we come back, we will see if a double kayak trip will cause frustration or bring them closer together.
Here we go. I'm gonna hand you some life jackets here. You're gonna put them on, and then we'll adjust them for you.
We don't know, we're not gonna know what we're doing. But this is like old times, us trying new things. So what I really want is for it to be fun and for us to connect.
I don't want to be able to pull it up over you, right?
One of my great expectations for today is for her to understand what the city has to offer and how great it is to be outdoors and what it does for you. With all the work that I do, it's nice to get away and do something different and forget all that. And it's something that I'd love to share with her, why it's so important to me. And it's, you know, I think she's starting to get that.
The most important thing is just to be relaxed and at ease in the kayak. So you feel like you have a nice motion in the kayak. You're using your hips, your upper body, your torso, you're moving with your torso. It's not just arms, it's about the upper body and the lower body working together. So now you can kind of get an idea of the rudder. So you can press on left and right,
Sure.
hanging out the back normally. You know what you're doing. Good. So turn around and you're gonna enter the kayak sort of backwards, okay? Do you feel like there can be a balance between time spent with friends and time spent with your loved one, your partner?
For sure.
Yeah.
I think for me there can be. That's something I've been desiring, is quality time. Like the times that he's enthusiastic and energetic, I get more of the downtime
Yeah.
when he's just relaxing in front of the TV. And I don't know, less of the excitement of his life shared with me.
When you're working with people all the time, you kind of like they become your family.
Sure.
Right.
Right? And I guess I excluded her from that. And
Yeah.
I never really I never really thought about it.
That relationship building that you're doing with your buddies at work that you
Yeah.
say is part of the process,
Yeah.
that has to continue at the home life.
Right.
So, you know, you met this person, you love this person, but the work doesn't end, the appreciation doesn't end.
Of course
The
not.
building.
What you're talking about right now is you give her a kiss, you know, you tell her you love her. I mean, what else? You know, you're in a routine with that structure right there. So, like, you need to break out of that and find other ways of showing, because it's like a plateau right now, you know? It hasn't moved.
And that all stays there. That's all wonderful. But
Yeah.
you build on that.
Yeah.
That's great. And maybe it's the kiss. And you don't go out.
Come home from
You
work, bring her
know?
flowers.
Yeah.
Take
yeah,
the kiss
yeah,
to the
yeah.
bedroom.
Get
You got it.
creative.
So easily, you know, the things that you do that around the home and the work that he goes to, you know, those things can be taken for granted over time.
Oh yeah, I totally feel like he takes it for granted. Like, you know, like I do. I mean, he had a mother who did everything for him, and now I think he just expects that my role would be taking care of him. And I don't think he really appreciates the time it takes and the energy it takes from my day and my life, taking care of
Right.
him and us.
Yeah, really getting into a regular practice of communication and verbal confirmation of saying, you know, I appreciate what you do, you know, and you can say that to him. That will be returned to you, and I would be so surprised if it wasn't, you know.
It actually becomes a habit
It does.
that we found worked for us.
Yeah.
Actually, it's sort of this routine, and not that it's forced, it simply becomes a part of your existence.
Yeah.
This mutual appreciation back and forth, and it's enjoyable, you know.
Yeah.
That's creating that atmosphere in the home.
Makes sense. Sure. Yeah, I can try it. I see him making an effort, and that does inspire me to try new things as well, like this.
Fantastic.
It was bumpy at first, honestly. It was a little tricky. I didn't know what you were doing back there and how it was coordinating with what I was doing. And
So you had to trust me a little bit more, eh?
well,
Let go of that control you like to have sometimes.
well, once we talked about what
Right,
each of our
okay,
roles was going to be
sure,
in there,
okay.
then I could do that, right? Because I
Right.
knew what you were going to do. You were going to be the steering,
Yeah.
and I was just going to do the. And then it worked, and then it was good. Then we were cruising. Yeah, yeah, it was good.
It was fun. I love it. I hope you like it.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to
See
do
what the
something.
outdoors can offer? Yeah, doing something.
Like I was realizing how I do control things, I guess, because I was realizing how little of that I had in there. And I think that's good for me to be a little bit out of that zone and having to rely on him to hold up his end in a new, experience like that.
I think it was great that that I could really, trust her more. To see that she's capable of doing things. I don't think I give her enough credit that she's able to handle certain tasks that maybe she hasn't done before, or something new. Giving her a chance to try something new and just not assume that maybe she's not interested in doing it. So that was a great experience for me.
They did really well. They started to work together.
They kind of got the kinks worked out.
There were those moments where they were, struggling for power a little bit,
Yeah.
and they realized it wasn't about
Yeah.
one individual having the power. It was about two people working together, because
Absolutely.
it takes two people to steer that ship.
Absolutely.
Or that kayak.
Absolutely.
She had to let go a lot.
Oftentimes people kid themselves and they think if I was just married to my soulmate, he would just know instinctively what I wanted. It's not true. Nobody can read our minds. Oftentimes people are unaware of their own assumptions. How can your partner be aware of your assumptions? Expectations are very plugged into anger. When our expectations go unmet, we become angry. And when we become angry, we act out. And our partner doesn't want to do nice things for us when we're acting out and attacking them and being critical of them. If we can change our expectations to yearnings or longings, they oftentimes will come out much softer at our partner, giving our partner a better opportunity to succeed and give us what it is that we're asking for.
Candace and Bryce have been struggling with the passion and romance in their relationship, and the physical satisfaction seems to have diminished. When we come back, we will see if sexy salsa will help reinvigorate their passion for one another. A lot of times we see when people are emotionally distant,
there's a physical distance as well, and that affects the sexual life and the bedroom life. So have you guys found that to be the case?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's not often.
Candace?
Yeah, definitely less than it used to be.
Well, one of the reasons that we're here today, thanks for your suggestion, and we're specifically going to do salsa is because it's a very sensual dance. So we want to be reminded of that sensuality, that connection with our partner. And it's a muscle that needs to be exercised, because if you're simply roommates, you're not dealing with each other, and it is something that needs to be scheduled.
Yeah,
wouldn't you say?
absolutely. It's part of the routine, you know. It's something to be practiced, because you find that you're not doing it anymore. Well, that was practice, right? You stop doing it, it becomes a habit. It's got to become a routine, because otherwise it is going to create that rift, and it's going to drift apart, and you're going to drift apart, and we don't want that. And dance is a wonderful way to express our love, because we have to look in each other's eyes, we have to hold each other, and just feel.
Lead and follow is, first of all, in dancing, somebody has to lead the dance. That means that they're going to take care of the music, or being on time to the music.
I don't know, I worry. I hope he's not holding back or unhappy about it. It's not something we've done together for a long time, so I'm a little nervous, actually, that I'm gonna be goofy and step on his feet, but we're here and I'm so excited. I'm so glad you guys got us here. Got Bryce to come dancing with me.
So, salsa music is usually really fast. It's a very sexy dance. Do you guys like sexy?
Yes.
Yeah. We're not going to tell Candace what we're going to do, but she's going to have to try to feel what he's doing through his body.
I mean, I don't do a lot of dancing myself. If it means that much to her, then I need to do it. So I just want to understand her more now. And it's been a great weekend of me really seeing what she needs from me.
Might feel a little bit strange coming forward towards your partner the first time, even